Hi everyone, so today I've decided to do a makeup tutorial for you all, and this is the look for Katy Perry's new video, Wide Awake. It's kind of like the garden scene, so it's about halfway through the video and she wears kind of like a pale lilac-y colour with a very nude lip, and I just thought it was a really pretty look, and it's a really nice one that you can just wear for daytime, or you could probably jazz it up a little bit and have it kind of more of an evening look if you sort of darkened it up a little bit, added a bit more eyeliner, but I'm going to show you the daytime look today. Other than that, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of my subscribers who've subscribed to me. I was completely shocked that people did. But yeah, thank you so much to my subscribers for that, it really did make my day. And all of the lovely comments I got on my last video as well, I was just really pleased, so thank you so much for that. I wanted to say sorry that it's been so long since I last uploaded a video. Yeah, I've been on placement for weeks now and I've finally finished. I'm so happy. And so yeah, the summer holidays for me at uni are coming up, so I should be able to upload loads more videos, so excellent stuff. But yeah, so basically, yeah, let's just get started on the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to apply some foundation, and for this I'll be using the Rimmel Stay Matte, and the shade I'm using is 100 and that's Ivory. So I like to apply foundation with my fingers because I just think it's a bit better than using a brush. I don't know, I just don't like doing it because I think it comes out a bit too thick. So I'll apply it with my fingers, but obviously if you're more comfortable using a brush and use that, that's fine. So putting that all over. And don't forget to blend into your hairline because that's important. You don't want to end up with tidal marks around your face. And I tend to put a little bit on my eyelids as well. I just find it helps my eyeshadow stick basically, and it's cheaper than using a primer. It does actually work just as well for me as well, so hence the reason that I like to do that. And I like to put just a little bit going onto my neck, because again that just stops you getting like the tide mark around your face, which is never a good look. Right, so once we've applied our foundation, we're going to just put some concealer on and basically just pop that underneath the eyes, and then any sort of blemishes and whatnot that you might have, just pop that over there as well. I'm using Collection 2000's Cover Up Stick, and that is in Natural Beige. I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't. Oh, maybe there. There we go. So, just pop a little bit under the eyes. Again, I like to use my fingers to do this as well. I just find that it gives a better coverage. It's kind of, because the makeup melts on your fingers, it just goes on that little bit more evenly and just is less thick and kind of cakey. So now I always find the best way to do this is just to dab it on, because obviously if you rub, it kind of takes away half of what you're putting on, so it's just better to just dab a little bit just where you need it. That'll do. Looks fine. Right, so now we've basically got our base sorted. The next thing we're going to do is just to pop a little bit of something in our eyebrows just to define them and just to make them stand out a little bit, especially seeing as in the video she actually has quite defined eyebrows. That's kind of like a bit of a trademark of hers, so we'll do quite defined eyebrows. Right, so what you want to do just choose an eyeshadow which is similar to your natural hair colour or to the colour of your brows. So I'm using Rimmel and it's a quad. It's called Sun Safari number 19. And so I'm just going to be using this colour here just to put into my brows. And what we do is obviously pat it on and then sweep it through the brow. Pop a little bit more. I'm really sorry if I'm not looking at you for most of this. I'm trying to see what I'm doing in the camera, but this is a lot harder than it looks. Or I don't know, maybe it looks really hard because I'm doing a really rubbish job, but we don't know. Let's pull that out. So let's just done that. Just use a little bit of pencil just to fill in any other little bits that you've maybe missed or it hasn't covered properly. And to do this, oh, this is almost run out, so I'll show you, but it's a bit rubbish. It's I'm using number 7 brand, and it's just in brown, and it's just a brown eyeliner basically. So we just fill in any little bits, just gently, kind of just feathery light strokes through the brow. Just to define our brows and just make them that little bit stronger. Or in my case, make them show up, because I don't really have eyebrows that show up without anything in them. Okay, so there we go, that'll do. Looks fine. And I'll just drop that on the floor. Good job, I don't need it again. Right, so the next thing we want to do, we're going to start putting a little bit of makeup on our eyes. So to do this, I am going to be using a lovely lilac colour. It's just the one in the middle. I would move my finger, but I can't because the lid's going to close on it. It's just the lilac-y colour in the middle, and we just want to put a little sweep of this across our lids because it's quite pigmented. This is a colour by Fern Cotton, and I find that her colours are very, very, very pigmented. Obviously, if you don't have this particular set, then just any sort of lilac colour will do, it will look fine. It's just this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to work with. So we just want to put a little touch of colour just all across the lid on both sides. If you obviously load your brush and just tap it against your finger, because that will get any of the excess off, which can basically, it just means it will stop it from having so much fallout underneath your eye, because that's always one of my biggest bugbears about eyeshadow. It drives me mad. So I find that if I tap the brush a little bit, then it will just leave it a little bit less fallouty, so to speak. So right, we popped a little bit across that eye. I'll just do the other one. There we go. And then we're just going to put an absolutely tiny little bit just underneath on what technically would be the waterline, but it's just basically the lashes, on the lower lashes, just a little sweep. Just to mirror the colour on the top, really, just to make it stand out a little bit more than just this. You've got a little bit of colour for some interest. go. Okay, and then I'm going to take from this palette, this is another one by Fern Cotton and I've had it for ages. It's just a 16 colour, oh, I'm going to cover the mirror, 16 colour eyeshadow palette, and we're going to be using just a little bit of this sort of darker lilac colour. So again, if you don't have this palette then that's fine, just literally whatever you have that is kind of like a darker purple or a lilac-y colour. You just want to use a tiny, tiny little bit. So we're just going to just dab, and again, tap off the excess. And then you just want to literally put this in the crease. So just a tiny little bit. Just in the crease, and that's just to kind of just give it a bit more interest really, because just plain purple is a bit boring. So just on both sides, and then you just need to take white, so any white you've got will do. Again, you don't need to use the same as what I'm using, and so we just load our brush up with a little bit, and then you just want to get into the very corner of the eye and just sweep that around the little corner and just blend it out a little bit, and this will just brighten the eyes up a little bit, make them look a bit more awake, I think is the right word, a bit happier. So let's pop that in there. And again, I've always got one eye where this goes perfectly and the other eye just kind of thinks, nah, doesn't do as it's told at all. So there we go. So just a little bit on both eyes to brighten them up. And then take that same white colour and you just want to pop a little bit on the brow bone here as a highlight. Ooh, where's that come from? That shouldn't be on there. Oh dear. Putting colours on I didn't even know I picked up. There you go. Not sure if that's skill or not, but there you are. So let's pop that just along there. Across the top here, and that's just so you get a nice highlight, nice bit of shimmer just across the top there, and it helps to also define the eyebrows. There we go. So that's the colour part done. Now, sorry, let's just move that out of the way. Now you want to take a black eyeliner pencil. So I'm using the Special Eyes, which you can barely see, but it is there. Special Eyes from Rimmel, and that's just in plain black. And so you just want to literally put a thin line across the top of the eyelid, and it's just to, you want it to be more just to thicken the eyelashes rather than to be kind of a full-on statement of eyeliner kind of thing. You just want it to be really, really thin and just all along this top part. Now I'm going to try and do this on the camera, but quite honestly I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I've never tried this before. And you only want to do about 3/4 of the lid. You don't really need to do the whole thing unless you really want to, but I think it kind of looks just that little bit nicer because it gives you more of a cat eye rather than having a whole kind of block of black across the top. It's nice just to have this little bit because obviously this is where the bulk of your eyelashes are, and it tends to just kind of accentuate those rather than make a full-on statement. So we just pop that on there. That actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to. So we've done alright. Okay, and you can wing it out as well if you really want to. I mean, I don't think she does in the video, as far as I can see, but I've basically been looking at some stills of the video, and I think it does just stay as is, but if you wanted it to be a bit more dramatic or a bit more exciting, you could just pop a little bit and just do a little wing, but I don't really think it's necessary, to be honest. Okay, and then next we're going to take our mascara and just put that on. So I'm using Showtime Waterproof Black Mascara by NYC. It's black, there you go. Number 844. And so we just put a coat of mascara on. And this is where I'm going to start pulling some really funny faces and you can have a good laugh. Okay, so again, just a nice gentle coat across the bottom lashes. You don't want it to be too heavy because this is for daytime, so obviously you just want it to be like a nice little coat. Here we go. There we go, so just so you can see it but not so you've got spider legs going on basically. So there we go. So that's that part of it done. If you want to, you can add some false lashes to this, so obviously you can have, you know, if you want to make your eyes stand out that little bit more, you can pop some false eyelashes on. So I'm going to, because I love false eyelashes, they're just lovely, and I don't get to wear them often enough, so a tutorial video is like the perfect excuse. So I'm going to be using the Girls Aloud by Eyelure, and these lashes are Kimberly, which is coming out backwards. In fact, pretty much all of this is coming out backwards, that's really weird. Okay, but yes, so Kimberly lashes. Now you don't want to see me put these on because it's not pretty, so I will do these and then I'll get back to you, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now we've got our lashes in place, and the next thing to do is just to put a little bit of blush on. Now in the video she doesn't actually wear a lot of blush, there's like a little hint, you can't really even see she's wearing it. So we're just going to put a tiny little bit of blush on. And for that I'm going to be using MUA, which is Makeup Academy's blush in shade number 1. That's written tiny, so you probably can just about see it. So it's just basically a really lovely little coral, sort of pinky peachy colour, and I love it. I've been using this for a little while now. It's just gorgeous, and it costs £1. Oh, we'll get into my love of this like at a later date, but I'm starting to be a big MUA fan. Some of their stuff is really good, very hit and miss, but generally good. Anyway, so we'll put this blush on our cheeks. So again, just dab, and then you just want to pat the excess off. And so you just need to smile, and then apply just the littlest bit to the apples of the cheeks and up towards the temples. So there you go, you can kind of just about see it, which is what we're going for. And then again on the other side. So now we've done that, we're just going to set the whole face of makeup with just a little bit of pressed powder. And for this, again, I'm going to be using Makeup Academy's pressed powder in shade 2. You can just about see it, it's really tiny writing, I could hardly even see it when I was buying it. So again, just dab that in there. And tap off the excess, and then just a quick little dusting across the face just to set the makeup and kind of give you that slightly matte airbrushed kind of finish. There we go. And then always remember to put a little bit, again, blended onto the neck so that you don't end up with any harsh lines, because nobody likes that. My one biggest tip for makeup application: blend, blend, blend. There we go. So now that's done, we're going to just apply some lipstick and some lip gloss. Now for this look, she's got quite pale pink lips, and I'm working with what I've got, which is not a great deal. So what we're going to do, we'll apply some lipstick first, and this is Provocative Nude, shade number 18 by Rimmel. I'm not too sure what type of lipstick it is because all of the stickers and everything have gone off this one. I've had it for ages and it's been like my perfect lipstick. It's basically the exact same shade as my lips, more or less. See, you can see I've pretty much used all of it now. So we just apply a little bit of that. And you can just blend it in with a finger because we don't want this to be too heavy. So just a little bit is enough. Okay, and so then we're just going to pop over the top of that. This is by Fern Cotton and it's her Glossy Lips lip gloss. And it doesn't actually have a shade written on it, but basically it's just white and sparkly and just a bit pretty. So we're just going to put a little bit of that over the top to pale it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. And that's the finished Katy Perry Wide Awake garden scene look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. It may have been a bit clunky and a little bit, I don't know, a little bit odd, but it's my very first one of makeup anyway, so I hope you liked it. If not, then I do apologise. Hopefully this lighting is actually a bit better as well. We're sat in my kitchen, but you know, I just had to find somewhere good in the flat video. But I mean, if you like this setting, then please leave a comment below and just let me know if this is better than the last one or if I should change anything. That would be awesome. Also, if you have any other sort of requests for makeup tutorials, anything like that, then feel free to comment and let me know, and I will definitely have a go at doing that because I do love playing with makeup. Other than that, I will be doing another makeup tutorial shortly, so it's basically going to be kind of like a makeup look for under £20, so just like a nice light summery look. So I'll be doing that shortly and that should go up soon. And I've also got another little Primark haul to do because yeah, Primark is pretty much the only shop I shop at these days, which is sort of depressing but also pretty cool. So I'll be showing you what I've bought from there soon as well. So yeah, just thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.